Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Marketing Podcast, your source for all things marketing. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so I have Richard Rothstein on the line, and he's CEO over at Rothstein Consulting. Richard, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Adam.
All right, so excited to get into today's topic. So we're going to talk about building and managing business sales processes and marketing programs. But before we do that, let's get a little bit further into what you're doing over at Rothstein Consulting. Tell us a little bit more about your firm, please.
Absolutely. So what we do is we're helping our clients, build their people that may be very brilliant in their particular areas, but they may not necessarily have a lot of skills in the sales and marketing arena, which is totally fine. And so we help them with that. We help them build out their sales processes so the conversations they're seeing don't feel forced and that they feel like they're things that easily move through the sales process to get them to a close. And we're also helping them on the marketing side of things with all of the most up-to-date things that they need to be doing to have those conversations occur.
Fantastic. So, and I think that's a great transition. So let's just jump right into it. So building and managing business sales processes and marketing programs. Where do you want to start this one? It's a big topic.
Sure. Well, let me kind of say at Rothstein Consulting, for starters, right now we're working with a lot of professional services organizations, so accountants, lawyers, that maybe have reached a plateau and kind of are wanting to really jumpstart that to get that growth going. And, in general, we've worked with a lot of startups. In general, that's a place where people need a lot of help. A lot of people reach the end of where their natural network is, and then that's when they need the really systemized, orderly processes to really get them to the next step, so that not only can they grow beyond where their current bottleneck is, they can kind of pull all the limits off their growth. They can just cut, paste, repeat with other people, with other resources to help them kind of grow. So I think that's a lot of what we're doing. I think it's a great thing that a lot of people need to really hear about, is that, once you get those processes and those programs in place, it becomes really easy to scale.
Where do you find, and I know this is going to change from obviously client to client, business to business, founder to founder, but I know as long as you've been doing this, certain themes tend to arise. Where do you find a lot of people go wrong in kind of building these processes?
Well, I think the number one way people go wrong is that they don't have any. They do things in a very haphazard way, and that's not their fault. A lot of times they don't even know some of these tools exist. I come across countless people, and you wouldn't believe there's a $1 billion company with a B that I was speaking with that they actually were still using spreadsheets to track how they were talking to their clients. Now, what they didn't.
You said a B you said $1 billion, right? With a B?
Yeah, with a B.
Wow.
Yeah, a huge company, right? They're headquartered in they're headquartered in Asia and have operations all over the world, and they didn't know that there are simple, easy tools that they could be doing to make their sales and marketing so much easier on themselves. And that's what I try and help people do when I'm engaging with them is, whether Rothstein Consulting continues to manage those programs and continues to kind of oversee the sales process for them, and that can be in sales coaching, that can be in true sales management, where we're really making sure their people are following the metrics they need to succeed, and making sure, by the way, that the metrics still match what the real world needs to succeed, or in other ways as well. But it's really a big deal that people don't know about these things. When you say things like a customer relationship management platform or CRM, a lot of people look at you like they don't know what you're talking about. But that in and of itself can really simplify the way you're doing business.
So what are you, and again, what do you think are some of a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives listening to this right now, what are some of the like low-hanging fruit that you just see like over and over again that you're like, this is probably a good starting point. A lot of people out there are probably making this mistake.
So the number one thing I see is that they don't have, there are 3 tools actually that I recommend to every business owner that I come across. One is a CRM tool. Now, I am a HubSpot partner, so I specifically recommend HubSpot, but there are others out there that work. An email service provider, something like a MailChimp or or Constant Contact, somebody like that. And the third is LinkedIn. Make sure, I know everybody's got a LinkedIn, but you have to really make sure you're using it, not just like somebody who's looking to find a job. You have to make sure you're using it like somebody who's looking to grow their business.
I love it. Those are I love the 3 that you gave, and it's interesting to me because I've seen people just use those 3 and build some pretty good sized cash flowing businesses with just those 3 things, with LinkedIn, a good HubSpot, and the CRM to capture it. It's like those are like the main 3.
Those are the main 3. And Adam, the best part is, if you had to, you can get a lot out of those 3 for nothing, for free.
Blows my mind. I love it. I love this time that it is the entrepreneur's age. I'm telling you, Rich. I love it. This stuff gets me excited. So that being said, if somebody is listening to this and they want more information on Rothstein Consulting, I mean, first off, 2-part question. So part 1, what are the right types of businesses and our clients that are typically a good fit that you like working with? That's part 1. Part 2, how do they follow up with you and connect with you and your team?
Great question. Like I said earlier, we work with a lot of professional services organizations and a lot of startups as well. So primarily companies, business owners that have a high level of expertise in what the craft is, but may need some help with some of the business of doing business elements. And there are a few quick and easy ways to get a hold of me. You can email me at richard@rothsteinconsulting.com. That's ROTH, S as in Sam, TEIN, and then the word consulting with an ING at the end, .com. You can also go on that website. I blog there. There's a lot of information about what I do. And the other way you could find me is on LinkedIn. I'm Richard Rothstein on LinkedIn. So those are 2 great ways.
Fantastic. Well, Richard, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and all the great things that you're doing over at Rothstein Consulting. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Marketing, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the video section. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Richard, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thanks, Adam.